What's up everybody, it's Supersmallchibiwolf here, and today I'm going to be talking about the biggest upcoming Pokemon anime moment, Ash's Goodbye. So let's get into this. So first I predicted the final Ash episode is going to be called I Chose You, reference to I Choose You, which was the first Pokemon episode in that Pokemon Indigo League. Now this would mean that, Ash chose Pikachu, and throughout the rough start and wonderful relationship that has developed throughout their adventures, they always stay together. And I enjoyed that, if they do end it off, Ash Ketchum's final episode, and a reference to the first episode, I think that would be pretty cool. Now the next thing I would like to talk about is at least Ash Ketchum won the Championships Tournament League. And I think this is pretty cool, he got to go out on top, he did what he had to, he went through this wonderful adventure throughout these years and seasons, and it's really cool. Now one thing that I always felt like is Ash Ketchum is like the anime protagonist, like the main protagonist of the animes, when it comes down to the Pokemon anime, it's Ash Ketchum. When it comes down to the games, they tend to change. Similar to like, I would personally see him as like the how Goku is to Dragon Ball, he is to Pokemon, And now the next thing I would like to talk about is that this could be interesting to have a new protagonist because say for example, these are his kids. Or he's like a mentor to them, they come to him, they're like, we heard a lot about you, this and that. And episodes throughout the episodes, like beginning episodes, they meet Misty, Brock, etc. And then eventually they meet Ash Ketchum, who becomes their mentor, who, tells them, trains them, teaches them about different things, gives them advice. He's not the main focus anymore, but he has a part of it. He's now training the new generation. This is the new generation of Pokemon. This is the new beginning for Pokemon. This is for the new, upcoming Pokemon fans and kids, So this would be interesting, you know what I mean? The main protagonist of the anime, who's been there for years, who grew up 20 plus years with us, now is training the new generation. Now this would be pretty interesting if they go this route, and I really hope they do, give him, if they want to, take away the protagonist, well, okay, fine. But don't just let him go like that, at least give him some type of part in this world and be like, you know what, he's useful. He's not just some random character. But if they do push him on the side completely and just focus on this world, then at least end it off with a nice movie. That's my opinion. So, real quick, I just wanted to talk about a small Pokemon theory that's been going around for years. And let me know, it's a classic Pokemon theory. Let me know if you ever heard about this one. So the theory goes that Ash Ketchum is in a coma and, all the Pokemon that he meets, everything, it's all in his head, it's all a dream, And I'm putting my little twist on it. Pikachu is like a pet, that he used to have, or some friend that was really close to him. So when he's in a coma, he has Pikachu. That explains why he could get shocked, burned by Charizard, and still survive. And then, all these friends of his, all these creatures, they're all made up. They're all people that are there for him, He remembers his dad who died in the war because, the Pokemon War and all of that. And his mom is there. So that's the theory, that he's in a coma this whole time. Now, I remember hearing this for years, and it was interesting. Imagine if, the reason I bring it up is, imagine if Pokemon ended with him waking up. And it's just that he just wakes up. That would be interesting. So I just wanted to share that old classic theory. I love Pokemon, and I hope even if Ash is moving on, we get to see that he has a huge impact in the world of Pokemon, and it's revealed that he is still around to help train the new protagonists of the upcoming Pokemon animes in the future. And also, I personally would predict a little bit that, first they're going to start off like this. These are the new Pokemon protagonists, and then they're going to change it after maybe 5 seasons, maybe so they don't have another Ash Ketchum. People are, 20 plus years. They need to come up with a whole new, this whole cycle, what's going on now. Or I'm also predict number 2 is they're going to start off with this, have new blood, let it sink in for maybe 2-3 seasons. Then each year, or maybe like every time a new Pokemon game comes out, they're going to use the main protagonist of that Pokemon game for the anime to have more sales, because if you have an anime with the game characters, People's gonna be more connected, more chill, be like, okay, this is cool, and it's gonna help the sales of the games. Now that's my whole prediction of all of this. But yeah, also let me just say this real quick. I'm not saying that, due to the new Pokemon coming out and all that, the games, they replacing Ash. I'm not saying that's the reason. If that would have happened years ago, you know what I mean, if that was the case. But I'm just predicting for the future. Now, I don't know if they're in any game. I'm going to just predict from what I've seen of the Switch games so far of Pokemon. I have never seen them. So, yeah, that's just my opinion on the things. I hope Pokemon protagonists are two things. If they are Ash's kids, I hope they have to learn and study everything Pokemon related. So they are prepared and not just given everything and just say, okay, here's everything, you know everything. They actually need to go out there, learn, study, read the books and handbooks, and actually, do something, that would be interesting and really cool. Next thing I would like to say is, if they are not related to Ash, hopefully they get like a mom and dad, something different, change it up a bit. And then, Ash tells them the story about the last time he kind of remembers, like maybe as a baby he saw his dad in this like weird, not weird visuals, but like, like it's not clear his face because he's still a kid, he doesn't remember, but it's something similar, something similar and really cool. So that would be a good moment if they do bring him back as a, little cameo appearance here and there. I think that would be nice. It would be really cool. And like say years from now, kids will be looking at a poster of Ash Ketchum, like say the first Pokemon movie, right, with Ash Ketchum, Pikachu, and everyone else, and they're gonna say, "Who is that dude with a Pikachu on his shoulder?" They're not so and so or the other protagonists at the time, and it's gonna be like, let me tell you about Ash Ketchum from Palatown. That would be a wonderful moment, to experience that. Because at times when it comes down to retro games, I have, had conversations similar to that, installed and etc. conventions, and it was all out fun too. So to do that one day with Pokemon, I can't wait. Now I purposely saved this one for last. Maybe Ash's final line to the new Pokemon protagonist before walking to sunset is "Gotta catch 'em all," as he hands them his last remaining Pokeball, which is the one on the boy's hand. Then rain and sunset distance is Misty and Brock grown up. A smile appears on all three of their faces. Ash gets tears in his eyes because he's an emotional character, and they all walk towards the future. Now, I personally would love this to happen. Also, a message will pop up saying, "Thank you for collecting them all," speaking to us, the fans. And I think this will be a good way to end Pokemon. I think it will be a nice, warm-hearted message to everyone, and a nice conclusion to Ash and his friends, and a nice beginning to the new Pokemon, characters. So yeah, I hope it happens. So yeah, Pokemon, I hope they give Ash Ketchum a perfect ending, maybe a movie to end it all off or an episode, but whatever happens, I hope it respectfully shows Ash Ketchum as a mature, hopefully grown up, to show that he grew up with all of us Pokemon fans. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, bye.